Taylor didn't let him out.
Nope.
That's just
Sorry.
He's already dealt with Landon. He doesn't need anybody else he hates because he hates all of society.
And he already had a fight with another humanoid, so for all we know, that's at the exact same one.
So this moment definitely ends with another shining example of Jerry Goldsmith's score when he's running up and the borderline dissonant runs up the scale. Ring, 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 chaos and urgency going everywhere. And it brings to mind, and I'm going to toss out if you haven't seen it, there is a wonderful documentary, and right now you can find it on DirecTV, which I have, called Score. And they even talk about Jerry Goldsmith in it, that he is one of the true greats. It fascinates me when you watch a film if you take the score off. It's much like Star Wars. It is well known
How much
that
different it is.
Yeah,
without the
if
score.
you take it out, the film it doesn't work. You don't understand. It literally is a silent film. You don't understand. This movie depends every bit as much, if not more, because his running could just be simply a run.
It could have been, if you had no music, you could have made it a completely different scene where he's silently trying to get out of there instead of being an action scene.
I have a note for a minute later on that we can't talk about yet where that score comes up because there's some stuff happening in the score. And I'm like, they're really kind of heightening the tension with this moment with some stuff that's in that stuff that we can't talk about.
We'll get there, and I love Mr. Goldsmith. I'm falling in love with him. I will tell you, watch that documentary. And they do talk about how he was one of the first to not do, you go back to scores, and Bernard Herrmann, who did Citizen Kane, was one of the greats who did what's called cartooning, where the action in the scene will end with a note. The famous moment being when Charles Foster Kane throws a snowball and it hits the house, it goes bling, right when he does it. Goldsmith was one of the ones they said that took this to another extreme. He would bring in the things that we hear here, the weird percussiveness, the dissonance that shouldn't work, but creates this world in some ways more than anything else that's going on, because the sets are rudimentary, the lighting's rudimentary, but that score is not. There, I've trumpeted for Mr. Goldsmith. Go download it, go watch the film Score.
There you go.
So there's I need to go back and watch it again. So I don't want to say that it's wrong. But when he gets out of the door, out of his facility, we see him climb up some rocks. Yeah. And we see the interesting jungle gym structure.
They were held earlier.
Right. But unless he walked around that compound, technically he should have been coming up from the other side where the prison was. Because when we first see them go to the jungle gym compound, they come out this way and go this way, right?
See, I think that
don't we see him being?
I think Cornelius and Zira comes up from that area, and Cornelius comes over the opposite way. So I think she's coming from that compound where he's running out of. Go watch it and prove me wrong. I could be wrong.
I'm just wondering if there's like a direction thing, because I was paying attention to where they came from originally and where they moved from. Yeah, Zira walked from this direction, but when they lead him away, don't they lead him back that way as well, back to the prison?
I don't remember that.
That's why they climb up to that prison thing. And
Do you not have a Blu-ray drive on the stupid computer?
No, that's because Macs suck. I just said it.
So he climbs up. We see the jungle gym prison cell.
Which is always nice to put us back in the same location.
We know where we are.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now I'm going to have to go watch that. In fact, I'll watch it tonight.
See which direction he's coming and going from.
Yeah, that's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
And then he runs into the middle of Albuquerque.
Into what?
Albuquerque. Not Albuquerque, Albuquerque.
Okay, from this point forward with your list, you also have to name the cities that we're in for the Ape City.
Albuquerque.
Gentlemen, that's all I've got for this week.
Yeah?
You know what? Raise the beer glasses.
Hey, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, another week in the books.
Be on to listen to Todd and Richard's side podcast, Minute of the Apes. We can't talk about that minute yet.
Subtitled Sean Sucks.
Sean, don't listen to this.
So, that's it. Go check us out. Go to the website. You know this, theminutoftheapes.com is the site. You can find everything there. Sean wants an email. Someone please send Sean an email. That is podcast. Go.
Podcast at minuteoftheapes.com.
Sean wants an email. Sean is a very lonely man. He's married, and his wife, who is a lovely woman, shouldn't talk to him. He needs emails. He needs companionship.
She travels. She works out. I'm so lonely.
He's going to cry. Someone email him. Just tell him you love him. Anyway, everybody, thanks for another great week. Richard, Sean, thank you.
Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas.
Happy
See you guys soon.
Yes.
Bye.
The Minute of the Apes.